basically, DPE is the nodal agency for signing MOU for finalization of MOUs between the ministries and the public sector undertakings. And earlier we used to this exercise on manual basis, and a lot of time was taken and a lot of energy was of the senior management of the public sector undertakings and ministries were used to be taken. Now with NEGD, we have created a dashboard which is quite dynamic and unique of its kind, and which is helping us out in evaluation of these MOUs which are signed between the CPSEs and the ministries. So I will go one by one. So what is MOU? MOU is basically an agreement between the administrative ministry like Ministry of Petroleum and its CPSC, like Indian Oil Corporation or BPCL or HPCL, and it is for the measurement of CPSC's performance on select parameters. And with this performance, the appraisal of their senior management is done, as well as these CPSCs which are in operation, they are getting some performance related pay. So based on this MOU rating and score, they are getting their performance pay also. So from 21-22 financial year, we have shifted that manual process to a digital dashboard. And this digital dashboard, as I already informed you, is created by the NEGD under MIGHTY. So this is the screenshot of the digital dashboard. So we have given basically to the nodal officers of ministry as well as CPSCs, we have given them access code, and now we collect the information on this dashboard. So we have created so many modules on this dashboard for taking information from them. And with this, since we have replaced the physical exercise to the digital exercise, now a lot of negotiations are not done, and based on the MOU parameters or their vision, etc., we are finalizing their targets. So this dashboard is basically a very transparent and uniform mechanism, and it reduces the discretion of DPE or ministry. So then this dashboard is, in this dashboard, we have created some sectors for different CPSCs, like for power generation, for petroleum marketing, for exploration and production of petroleum, and for defense production. So basically this is in line with government's vision of minimum government, maximum governance. And so what we have achieved out of this? So a lot of data is now taken in the digital format, and it is stored also. And earlier it was quite time consuming process. Now it takes not much time. And since this is the first year of this MOU evaluation, so this mechanism, this dashboard is very robust, and whatever things which we have not perceived earlier, we are correcting and improving our dashboard. And in this dashboard, duplication is avoided because DPE is also publishing the public sector enterprise survey. So that survey and MOU we are taking, there is no duplication of data, and we are taking the survey data for evaluation of MOUs also. And this data is basically taken from the public domain, that is their audited annual accounts. So what we have achieved out of this? So data collection is now fast and secured, and we have standardized this system, and now we have created some templates for different sectors, and amongst those sectors we have standardized. And with the achievement of this, with the availability of this dashboard, we are now evaluating the performance of CPSCs with the similar type of industries in the private peers. So I will just explain you how this MOU system is done, though it is done on dashboard, and just we have created some CPSCs nodal officers. So CPSCs enters the data, ministry validate that data, and DPE basically we have some institutional mechanism also, which is interministerial group, where Niti Aayog and Ministry of Finance are also members apart from the ministry concerned, and we give them benchmarks for all those parameters, which is done through this dashboard. And then once the MOU is finalized, we send it to the ministry, and ministry e-signed this MOU, and the MOU is kept on the dashboard in e-form only. So at the time of MOU assessment, the CPSC, based from their audited accounts, they fill this MOU data, ministry confirms and approves that data, and then DPE validate from their audited accounts, and finally their appraisal is done. And in case they seek some review, that redressal mechanism is also there. So we saw their issues, and if some improvement is required or if something is unforeseen by us, then that is also done. So that I have already explained you this. There is a user, which is ministry. There is a user from the ministry, and the data is submitted to DPE, and you can see the screenshot of our MOU. So what we have achieved out of this, now we could do benchmarking for sectors, and this system is already automated. All similar formulas are used, and the data is mapped from DPE's survey portal. Then once MOU is generated, it is e-signed and kept in electronic form. And with this, we have saved a lot of times of senior management of CPSCs and ministries apart from DPE. So in e-signing, how e-signing is done, the ministry uses e-sign automatically, and then e-signing is done by the concerned officer of the ministry, and that MOU is kept. This e-signing is Aadhaar based, and that MOU is kept on the dashboard. That digital MOU is kept on the dashboard. So at the time of assessment, which is known as evaluation of CPE, that is the main result of this entire exercise. Once their audit is completed, so CPSC send the information in the self-assessment mode to DPE, to ministry. Ministry confirms and validate that data, and DPE again check it from their audited annual accounts and issues the final assessment report, and which is used for their appraisal and their evaluation. So what we could achieve, we have saved a lot of time, human resources, and now the system is uniformly applied to all. So a lot of complexity has also reduced. So plus, since the data is now digitally available on the dashboard, we can have better analytics and data triangulations. So from our side, it is over, and I'm ready for your questions, or if you have some feedback for us. Thank you.
Good initiative. I have no specific questions as such.
Good initiative, sir. I have been associated with this whole exercise at least for 10-12 years. Dealing with Department of Heavy Industries, it used to be a very comprehensive exercise and day-long discussions. I'm very happy that you have converted it into a digital mode without any much taking time and efforts of the officers, and that too it is available in digital format, and you have also aligned it with the annual survey of BP, public enterprises. Thank you, sir. Very good.
Thank you.
सबसे पहले मैं ये बता दूं कि रायपुर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन छत्तीसगढ़ की कैपिटल होने के साथ साथ एक ऐसी अर्बन बॉडी थी जो सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल नहीं हो पाई थी। यहाँ के टैक्सेस कम थे, बट प्रॉपर्टीज और जो हाउस होल्ड्स थे वो काफी ज्यादा थे। ऐसी सिचुएशन जरूरी था। प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स रायपुर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के लिए लार्जेस्ट सोर्स है, ओन सोर्स रेवेन्यू का। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, छत्तीसगढ़ गवर्नमेंट के जो भी कंट्रीब्यूशंस है उससे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट हमारे लिए अपना रेवेन्यू होता है। किसी भी नगरीय निकाय को यदि डेवलपमेंट करना है तो अपना सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल मॉडल होना बहुत जरूरी होता है। स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग कोविड में जब हमारी लायबिलिटीज बढ़ी और हमारे टैक्स सिस्टम्स में हमको वो रेवेन्यू नहीं मिल पाया, तो इस मॉडल पे जाने की जरूरत महसूस हुई। रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन स्पेशली अर्बन बॉडीज में बहुत टिपिकल होता है, जब हमारे काउंसलर्स रेवेन्यू को वोट बैंक से जोड़ के देखते हैं और रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन पे फोकस नहीं हो पाता है। ऐसी सिचुएशन में हमारे लिए जरूरी था कि हम एक ऐसा टैक्स सिस्टम डेवलप करें जो ईज हो, ट्रांसपेरेंसी हो और पब्लिक खुद से टैक्स जमा करे। हमारे इस टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम में जो इनएफिशिएंसीज, लूप होल्स हैं, उनको हम हटाएं। इसके लिए हमने जीआईएस बेस्ड डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम रायपुर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के लिए लाया और उसमें रेवेन्यू को फोकस्ड एरिया बना दिया कि रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन के बाद ही हम बाकी अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स लेके आ सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट, हमारे जो बेसिक चैलेंजेस थे कि 2015-16 से लेके 19-20 तक हमारा टैक्स कलेक्शन बेसिकली स्टैग्नेंट था। 92.74 करोड़ से लेके 109.12 करोड़ तक ये स्टैग्नेंट टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम था। जीआईएस बेस्ड ड्रोन सर्वे कराने और ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स कलेक्शन के लिए 16-17 में एक प्रोजेक्ट लाया गया। अप्रॉक्स कॉस्ट उसकी 3 करोड़ थी। ऑन ग्राउंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन अप्रॉक्स 6 मंथ्स में कंप्लीट हुआ। इसमें समय जरूर लगा परंतु रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे 10 टाइम्स था। नेक्स्ट, इस ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम और जीआईएस बेस्ड कलेक्शन सिस्टम के लिए सबसे पहले रायपुर म्युनिसिपल बॉडी को 54 लेयर्स में मैप्स क्रिएट किए गए, उसमें यूनिक प्रॉपर्टी आईडी दी गई और ग्राउंड कवरेज बढ़ाया गया। हमारा पर्पस टैक्स स्लैब को ना बढ़ाकर प्रॉपर्टीज बढ़ाकर हमारे टैक्स कलेक्शन को बढ़ाना था। जब हमने ऑनलाइन डिजिटलाइजेशन रिकॉर्ड्स का किया तो ओल्ड रिकॉर्ड्स हमारे पास 1.9 लाख प्रॉपर्टीज थी, जो डोर टू डोर फील्ड सर्वे के बाद 2.9 लाख एक्चुअली निकल के बाहर है। तो अप्रॉक्स 1/3 प्रॉपर्टीज हमारे टैक्स रेवेन्यू सिस्टम से पहले ही बाहर थी। इसके लिए पूरी तैयारी की गई, लंबा समय दिया गया, एफर्ट दिया गया, पॉलिटिकल रेजिस्टेंस को, पब्लिक रेजिस्टेंस को कन्विंस करते हुए इस सिस्टम में आगे बढ़ा गया। सारी कंप्लीट प्रॉपर्टी डिटेल्स, उनके नेम, एरिया, डिमांड, लोकेशंस, उसकी एंट्री की गई। देन एक यूजर फ्रेंडली वेब एप्लीकेशन डेवलप किया गया, डिजिटल पेमेंट सिस्टम डेवलप किया गया, रियल टाइम टैक्स कैलकुलेटर, कॉल सेंटर्स फॉर ग्रीवेंसेस रिड्रेसल। ये एक पूरा प्रोसेस था जो कंटिन्यू 3 to 4 years रन किया। ये इसकी एक इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जर्नी है कि 2017-18 में हमने जब सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किया, उसके बाद 2018 to 2020 इस सॉफ्टवेयर पे और बाकी चीजों पे एक्चुअली एक्सरसाइज की गई। जो रेजिस्टेंस था उसको दूर किया गया। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन फेज से पहले बहुत सी इंटरनल डिस्क्रिपेंसीज थी, उसको दूर किया गया। देन आफ्टर कोविड समटाइम्स ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पेंडिंग रहा ड्यू टू कोविड। देन 2021-22 में एक्चुअल इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन फेज आया, जिसमें हमने सारे सिस्टम को पूरी टीम के साथ फील्ड में उतारा। जिसमें शुरुआती जितनी भी शिकायतें आई थी उसके लिए हमारा ऑनलाइन 24/7 कस्टमर केयर और ग्रीवेंसेस रिड्रेसल सिस्टम था, उस पे हमने फोकस किया। चीजें धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ी। नेक्स्ट, और कोविड में जो भी डेटा हमको जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स आई उसको दूर करते हुए अभी जो इससे हमारा आउटकम्स आया, इस पे मैं फोकस करना चाहूंगा। पहले हमारी रजिस्टर्ड प्रॉपर्टी 1.91 लाख थी। हम उसका टैक्स स्लैब कितना भी बढ़ाते वो पॉसिबल नहीं था 33% इंक्रीज करना। हमारी प्रॉपर्टीज 2021-22 में 2.93 लाख हो गए, 53% की ग्रोथ। देन जो प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स की डिमांड थी जो 2017-18 में 114 करोड़ थी, वो 2021-22 में 224 करोड़ हो गई। इसमें भी अप्रॉक्स 96% की ग्रोथ हुई केवल ऑनलाइन सर्वे करने से, प्रॉपर्टी सही आइडेंटिफाइड करने से और जीपीएस बेस्ड उस प्रॉपर्टी का एरिया आइडेंटिफाइड करने से। इसमें दो मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स आती थी कि प्रॉपर्टीज का प्रॉपर एरिया मैन्युअली कैलकुलेट नहीं किया जा पाता था। सेकंड, कमर्शियल और रेसिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी का डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं हो पाता था। इनके साथ हमने किसी पे भी एक्स्ट्रा लोड नहीं दिया, केवल ऑनलाइन सिस्टम को हमारा सेम जो वर्किंग रेवेन्यू स्टाफ है उसी के साथ ये ग्रोथ मिली। एक बैक करने को इसमें एक प्लस पॉइंट और ये हुआ कि सिटीजन्स का जो एंगेजमेंट टाइम, पहले हमारे यहाँ कोई प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स पटाने आता था तो फर्स्ट डे वो प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स पटाने आता था और अप्रॉक्स 48 आवर्स का टाइम रहता था, जब वो अब वो अपने घर से ही ऑनलाइन 2 मिनट में ये काम कर सकता है। वार्ड वाइज जो हमारे स्टाफ का जो समय लगता था, मैन पावर टैक्स कैलकुलेशन करने से लेके, सर्वे करने से लेके, उसके डिमांड रेस करने और उसको एक्चुअली इंप्लीमेंट करने में मोर देन 2 मंथ्स का टाइम लगता था, जो अभी एक क्लिक में है, 1 डे में वो सारे काम कंप्लीट हो जाते हैं। इसका रिजल्ट लास्ट ईयर ये शो हो रहा है। 2017-18 में जो हमारा टैक्स कलेक्शन 107.8 CR था और 2020-21 में वो 115 CR था। हमने अपने एफर्ट से ड्यूरिंग कोविड इसको मेंटेन किया है, बट लास्ट ईयर ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स सिस्टम इंप्लीमेंट करने के कारण ये 183 करोड़ हो गया। 183 करोड़ ये एक्चुअली हुआ जो 59% की ग्रोथ है, और इस ग्रोथ को गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने भी रिकॉग्नाइज किया है, हमें अप्रिशिएट किया है, इसका प्रेजेंटेशन वहां भी हुआ है। और किसी भी अर्बन बॉडी में यदि ये ग्रोथ वर्किंग एफिशिएंसी को बढ़ाने से आ सकती है, केवल ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम को इंप्लीमेंट करने से आ सकती है, सेम अमले के साथ यदि ये चीजें आए तो शायद हर अर्बन बॉडी ज्यादा बेटर परफॉर्म कर पाएगी। और इस ईयर का हमारा टारगेट 250 CR है और डेफिनेटली हम उसको अचीव कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर हमने नई प्रॉपर्टीज जो आइडेंटिफाई की थी, जो टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम से किसी भी कारण से छूट गए थे, वो इस साल कवर होने शुरू हो चुके हैं। इस ऑनलाइन जीपीएस बेस्ड टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम से बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट ये हुआ था कि ये हमारे वाटर कनेक्शन की जीपीएस मैपिंग हुई है। जो ग्रीन शो हो रहे हैं ये वो है जो हमारे पास लीगल वाटर टैप कनेक्शन है, जिनसे हमको रेवेन्यू मिलता है। रेड वो एरिया था जहां पाइपलाइन गई थी, बट किसी भी कारण से वो हमारे टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम से छूटे हुए थे, जो अब हमारे प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स में ऐड हो चुके हैं। और ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स के साथ वाटर कलेक्शन यूजर चार्जेस भी उसमें ऐड हो रहे हैं। ये जीपीएस बेस्ड टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम के लिए एक एग्जांपल है। 2017 में एक एरिया जहां बिल्डिंग नहीं थी, 2021 में जब हमने आफ्टर 3 इयर्स 4 इयर्स जीपीएस लेयर्स को एक दूसरे के ऊपर सुपर इम्पोज किया, तो ये इमेजेस हमको मिली। और ऐसी हमें 4131 प्रॉपर्टीज डिटेक्ट हुई है, और ये रेगुलर हमारी डिटेक्ट हो रही है। इसमें हमें ना सर्वे करना पड़ा है, ना हमारा मैन पावर इसमें लगा है, केवल हम टेक्नोलॉजी के बेस पे ये चीजों को कवर कर रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट, अब हमारे लिए सबसे अच्छी बात ये कि हम 95% जो एसेस्ड प्रॉपर्टी है उसको टैक्स कलेक्शन में ले आएंगे। इस जीपीएस बेस्ड प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स कलेक्शन को हमने अब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कनेक्शन के साथ, जो बेसिकली कमर्शियल एंड रेसिडेंशियल में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है, उससे जोड़ना है। प्रॉपर्टी की रजिस्ट्री से इसे जोड़ रहे हैं कि जैसे ही रजिस्ट्री होगी तो वो हमारे टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम में आ जाएगा, ऑनलाइन रिकॉर्ड्स हमें मिलेंगे। और प्रोएक्टिव डोर टू डोर जो बाकी सर्विसेज है उसके लिए अब हम इसमें जा रहे हैं, जैसे वाटर टैक्स है, राशन कार्ड है, कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट इसके लिए हमने डिजिटल में बताएंगे, ये क्यूआर बेस्ड इस डोर नंबर को हर घर के सामने सर्वे करके जोड़ रहे हैं, जिसमें एक हमारा क्यूआर कोड है। उस क्यूआर कोड में उस पर्सन की, उस जिस प्रॉपर्टी में वो रह रहा है उसकी टोटल डिटेल वो कब से वहां उसकी प्रोटेक्शन लिया है कि नहीं लिया है, उसने टैक्स, साथ ही ये जीपीएस बेस्ड उसका एड्रेस है। तो इन केस किसी भी इमरजेंसी में हम उसको नेविगेशन टूल की तरह यूज कर सकते हैं, चाहे फायर ब्रिगेड हो, पुलिस हो, कोई और इमरजेंसी सर्विसेज, एम्बुलेंस हो, इवन उसके घर में कोई इमरजेंसी आ गई तो वो हमारे ऐप पे इसके थ्रू कनेक्ट कर सकता है। साथ ही यदि उसको अपना प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स पटाना है तो वो इस क्यूआर कोड को अपने मोबाइल से स्कैन करेगा, मोर रायपुर ऐप में वो आएगा और उसमें अपना ऑनलाइन पेमेंट सिस्टम से पेमेंट कर देगा। इस क्यूआर बेस्ड के कुछ सभी न्यूज़पेपर्स ने, मीडिया हाउसेस ने इसे कवर किया था और हम रेगुलर इसका इतना प्रचार कर रहे हैं कि आगे भी इन चीजों को हम प्रमोट कर सके। ये क्यूआर बेस्ड यूनिक डिजिटल डोर नंबर का कुछ ऐसा फायदे हो रहे हैं। जैसे हमें कुछ डोर टू डोर सर्वे में कुछ प्रॉपर्टी जो जीपीएस में थी वो कवरेज में आ रही है, इसमें हमारी क्रिएट हो रही है ऑनलाइन इजी पे। हमारा जो डेली टैक्स कलेक्शन लास्ट ईयर सेम डे में डिजिटल मोड में 2 लाख पर डे था, वो इस साल 9 लाख पर डे हो रहा है। हम अब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को इससे जोड़ रहे हैं, ऑन फील्ड वेरिफिकेशन, कैब सर्विसेज, एम्प्लॉयज ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, फूड डिलीवरी, कोरियर सर्विसेज, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, एम्बुलेंसेज, इन सब को डिजिटल डोर नंबर से जोड़ने जा रहे हैं और जो गैप हमारे, उस गैप को फुलफिल करके बेटर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, गुड गवर्नेंस की ओर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। एक इसमें एड ऑन करना चाहूंगा कि ऑनलाइन प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स सिस्टम के बाद लास्ट ईयर हमने यूजर चार्ज को इम्प्लीमेंट किया है। जो स्वच्छता सर्वेक्षण स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के तहत हो रहा है, उसमें यूजर चार्जेस के बेस पे हमें डोर टू डोर गार्बेज कलेक्शन करना है। डोर टू डोर गार्बेज कलेक्शन को हम कर रहे थे, परंतु यूजर चार्ज को भी लास्ट ईयर से हमने ऐड किया है और इसके कारण हमारा जो टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम लास्ट ईयर 0.95 CR था, 22 CR था, अब वो इस साल 35 CR होने की हम उम्मीद कर रहे हैं। मैं इसमें आपको ध्यान दिलाना चाहूंगा, बिफोर लास्ट ईयर ये 22 CR था, तो केवल ऑनलाइन टैक्स कलेक्शन सिस्टम ने हमें इतना जंप दिया है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
काफी अच्छा काम किया है आपने। इनफैक्ट जो काम आपने किया है उसका आउटकम देख के पता चलता है काम बहुत अच्छा है। सो ये अभी इसको आप खाली रायपुर में इम्प्लीमेंट किए हैं, इसको बाकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में भी क्यों नहीं ले जाते? कॉर्पोरेशन में भी ले सकते हैं ना, because when the outcome is so good, it is worthwhile doing it other places.
मैम ये रायपुर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का कोर प्रोजेक्ट था मैम, पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के रूप में हमने स्टार्ट किया और इसके रिजल्ट देख के अब अर्बन डिपार्टमेंट इसको पूरे नगरीय निकायों में, अर्बन बॉडीज में छत्तीसगढ़ में रिप्लिकेट कर रहे हैं। उसके लिए सर्वे स्टार्ट हो चुका है।
अच्छा, मतलब हो रहा है, क्योंकि पायलट सक्सेसफुल हो गया तो आगे का भी जल्दी चलेगा। दिस took you 3 to 4 years for implementation, पर अगले वाले में इतना नहीं लगेगा, because now you know modus operandi कि क्या करने से कैसे होगा, तो अभी आपको समझ में आ गया है, so you will do it much faster, right?
Sure मैम, बहुत
अच्छा है।
काफी अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट है सर, लेकिन इसमें एक है कि जैसे जो ना ऑनलाइन पेमेंट सिस्टम का मॉड्यूल है, मैंने 2-4 म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशंस का देखा है, उसमें क्या करते हैं वो कि 5-6 बैंक की लिस्ट दे देंगे, आप इनसे पेमेंट कर सकते हैं, है ना, ओनली 5-6 बैंक, तो इसके लिए जरूरी है कि यूपीआई बेस्ड पेमेंट भी होना चाहिए, का प्रोविजन ही होना चाहिए। हमारा इनकम टैक्स है, अगर मैं पेमेंट करना चाहूँ अपने इनकम टैक्स का सेल्फ असेसमेंट, उसकी में 5-6 बैंक देंगे, उसमें उसके बाद में यूपीआई बेस्ड है ही नहीं। बिकॉज यंगर जनरेशन है या आजकल जितने भी हम लोग ट्रांजेक्शन करते हैं वो ज्यादातर यूपीआई बेस्ड करते हैं, तो उसका भी प्रोविजन अगर नहीं किया है तो कर सकते हैं।
सर इसमें यूपीआई बेस्ड है, गूगल पे है, पेटीएम पे है, ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शन पे है, सब पे ये है। कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक से हमारा टाई अप है, वो सारी फैसिलिटीज उनको सिंगल।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल वो बहुत जरूरी है। उससे जो है ना थोड़ा और आपका रेवेन्यू बूस्ट होता है। अगर आप, मैंने देखा इनकम टैक्स की वेबसाइट पे 5-7 बैंक के ही नाम है, बस प्राइवेट बैंक तो है ही नहीं, तो हर एक कोई इतने सारे बैंक अकाउंट नहीं रख सकता। थैंक यू वेरी मच, गुड, थैंक यू।
Plan that we have done, wherein NREGA funds has been converged with other funds of the state government and of the Zila Panchayats and Taluk Panchayat bodies, local bodies funds. So out of which we have constructed about 1,052 compound walls and 94 kitchen sheds, 452 toilets and 103 kitchen gardens and 604 playgrounds and 819 water harvesting structures in our district in last 2 years using these funds actually. So, next. So these are the things we have. Compound walls for protection in compound walls. It's schemes, so we have used the NREGA funds to build the compound wall, playground, rainwater harvesting, and kitchen garden. So the last one is the toilets, which we have used our Zila Panchayat fund, Taluk Panchayat funds, and also 15 finance funds. So using this, we have constructed toilets, and especially we have constructed about 36 physically handicapped friendly, that means differently able friendly toilets in schools, which we have started since last year, and which we will continue during the next year also, and we will try to complete in all the schools. So this we have taken it as a part of it. So next. So these are the compound walls, some of the compound walls which we have done, and playgrounds inside. Next. Even that is a thing, and we have constructed a basketball court out of NREGA funds. So, these are the playground walls which we have constructed. Next. Next. So next one. So we are, as you can see there, we are converting the various funds. It will come to around 16.39 crores of rupees. We have converted, out of which the Zila Panchayat fund is about 1.85 crores. Taluk Panchayat fund is about 3.17 crores. NREGA is 9.35 crores. Educational fund is about 1.85 crores. 15 finance about 15 crores. So we have converged all the funds, and we were able to achieve these things to bring in infrastructural changes in the schools. So I think with this, lot of we can see a lot of results out of it. So it was almost the post-COVID era. Lot of people, children going to private schools came back to government schools, and our attendance has improved. Admissions rate also in government schools. So next. So these are the toilets we have built in schools. Next. Next. So kitchen sheds. So we have provided them with desks and tables and desks also. Next, chairs were given, laboratories were improved. So lab equipments were supplied to schools. All these are smart schools, smart school equipments are supplied. Next. So even digital libraries were opened, wherein our secretary, Panchayat Government of India, Mr. Sunil Kumar also visited our digital library. We have registered about 37,450 children have registered in our libraries across the district, and they are using our libraries. They have digital libraries. They can go through all the digital books, and also the academic books, and even for youths, we have brought in a lot of competitive books for supplied to digital schools. So this is one of the models which Government of India has also recommended to replicate across the country. These are the digital schools. We also call it as information center. Next. So this is about the model schools we have created. Madam, any question about these things can be?
Yeah. Well, the schools look good with the renovation work, infrastructure work, but this is normally infrastructure development work and converges with NREGA and other funds. What exactly? I mean, it could have the same thing would have happened if it was not a model school; it was something else, some other building or something like that. So, what exactly is your innovative approach in this? Because convergence with NREGA is done by any project. There is nothing new about it. So what is innovative in your implementation strategy or whatever it is, so that the model school becomes better, not only infrastructure wise, but otherwise? So what is your contribution to that?
Our thing was, first of all, the convergence itself was one of the innovations we took over. Until then, we were not converging each funds, we were using in isolation. So we converged it and we brought it together. That was one thing. Secondly, the bringing opening of the digital library and smart schools were one of the focus points we are trying to bring in. So because we have improved the infrastructural needs, a lot of admissions have taken place. That is, reverse admission have taken place from private. Usually, people go from government schools to private schools. Here, the private school people, students were learning in private school came back to government schools. These were one of the highlights of the project.
Okay, good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next one.
Thank you, sir. You can take up the next project.
That we have taken in water conservation works that we have taken up in Chikbadapur. So it is one of the driest area. About 2 years back, nearly in 241 villages, we were supplying drinking water through tankers. So this was the situation in Chikbadapur. It comes under dry agroclimatic zone. So the annual rainfall is about 736 millimeters. So, and one more thing about Chikbadapur is it is 22% of the land is covered with the sheet rocks. Whatever water that falls, that rainwater that falls will run away and it will not percolate inside. So this is one more problem that we face in Chikbadapur. So keeping all this in mind, using NREGA funds, scientifically we want to conserve water. That scientific approach is what I put before people as an innovative project that we have done in Chikbadapur. So next. So we have taken various works. So the rural scenario was that there was no rainwater. It had affected on agricultural production. Groundwater table had gone to 1,400 feet below 1,400 feet, and unemployment was on the rise. So using NREGA fund, we created employment under NREGA, and indirectly by increasing the agricultural production in a rural area, we are getting a lot of employment in the rural area. So that a lot of employment is created locally rather than bringing funds from the government. This was the main idea with which we wanted to go in for works. So the main innovation is scientific approach of we adopted, that we have named it as Jala Sanjeevani. Jala Sanjeevani means it is a natural resource management works using geospatial technology under the scheme to strengthen the livelihoods of the rural people to a greater extent to facilitate implementation by the state government. So now it has become a scheme under state government and as a sub scheme of the NREGA. State government is following, but it was piloted here and we have used the techniques. So it contains about 8 stages. So 8 stages. One is the collection of socio-economic data. Is that we take it up in the villages. Then preparation of the water budget. Now every Gram Panchayat in Chikbalapur district has a water budget. So what is the deficit that exists in each Gram Panchayat is available, and it is even available on the online portal also. So the next thing is the most important thing, KML, creation of KML file, that is the GIS based map preparation. This preparation of KML file is the most important one, wherein we are using 6-layer base map, drainage map, lineament map, land use map, cadastral map, and groundwater prospectus map. So they are these 6 layers are put on one above the other, and we come out with what type of structure must be built at each point in that Gram Panchayat. So this is how we are creating a KML file. Then we go to village. We will do a PRA exercise there, giving them all these details of the findings of the KML file. So and then we will conduct a transact track and prepare a draft plan. So then we will go in for, we use one more app called as Cloud app. So the Cloud app gives us the exact point where the water percolates, or water percolates slowly, or water does not percolate at all. These are the 3 types of things that we can find out each point wise. Then we go in for water meetings, Gram Sabha meetings, and prepare action plan, and we upload the action plan on GIS units. So next. So the greatness of the Cloud app is it can be even used by an illiterate man. Whenever the Cloud app is an app that can be downloaded in the Google Store, used on the Android phones, and it can, when we go to the place and use that map, it will show green where the percolation takes place very rapidly. It shows yellow where it takes slowly, and red means we can only store the water, but it will not percolate at all. And the 4th one is only the vegetative thing, which spreads across 1, 2, 3, all the 3 regions. So what type of vegetations we can grow. So using these maps, we come to conclusions of building what type of structure needs to be built in which place, wherever the water percolation takes place, we build check dams and other types of water structures. In the moderate zone, we build gully checks, loose boulders, checks, types which can also offer the water to run forward and also slowly it will percolate. And the 3rd zone, which is only used as a farm ponds or only for storage structures, we use the 3rd zone. So scientifically, we are using these apps. It has been developed by FPS, an NGO in our districts. So that we are using it in the Chikbalapur district, and we are building the structures at those points. So that has helped us a lot of things. Now the tanker supply has in last 2 years we have started our supply of water through tankers. and nearly 241.95 crore liters water has percolated inside the thing. So all those data we have collected. So and about 3.42 lakh workers have worked in NRH. Next. So we have also have the water level. These are the groundwater central groundwater board which has given us these figures. So nearly there is water rise in the water level in all the taluks. We have 6 taluks. In all the taluks, the water level has risen, which is shown in the last column. So now this is the figures given out by the so even these are the figures which shows that just beside our check dams, the rise in the water level has also been given point-wise checks have been done by the Central Groundwater Board. And beside our check dams, these are the rise in the water level in the borewells. So and even the borewells have started working in those areas. Then back next. So this is the number of works we have done. What 4,334 pump ponds, 2,480 recharge borewells, 654 rainwater harvesting, 3,705 channels. So we have constructed about 19 kilometers of channels which have allowed, otherwise which has allowed the water to come to our tanks actually. So the water levels have risen in all the area of the districts. So nearly 241.95 crore liters of water has gone into the infrastructures. Next. So these are 1,316 works were taken up in various taluks as Kalyan. And we have also developed under the Prime Minister's vision. So we have developed about 109 tanks on 100 models. Next. So feeder channels have been developed. These are the feeder channel works which we have done. Next. So these are the dams. Next. And soak pits have been constructed, which is used both as liquid waste management, also as a groundwater recharge structure. So these are some of the media cuttings. So thank you, ma'am.
Very good. I have no specific questions.
Yes.
Very good work, sir. In fact, you have improved the water availability in your state. And I think you can implement it in at other locations besides your own district. Thank you very much.
The government has taken the decision to extend it across the state.
Sure. Excellent work, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
This groundwater recharge campaign, which we have done in the year 2022. We had done a FIRCA level groundwater recharge plan. I mean, for as far as Namakkal district is concerned, we have 32 FIRCAs in the district. And this 32, for the 32 FIRCAs, the main source of recharge is the monsoon season and the non-monsoon rainfalls and storages in the water bodies. So, based upon the exploitation of the groundwater department has classified the zones into 5 actually. Overexploited, where more than 100% of the groundwater is actually utilized. Critical zones were, which is in between 90 and 100%. Semi-critical were groundwater usages, 70 to 90%, more than the recharge. Safe is less than 70%, and others is, less than 70%. So in Namakkal district, we noted that during, we are already a district where rainfall is very low. We also noted that many of our zones have already gone into the critical zone and exploited zone and even overexploited zone. So the rigs or the borewells which we were putting over here, even for the villages when we were putting borewells, we noted that more than 100 feet has to be done for even obtaining the groundwater in Namakkal district. So this prompted us to ensure that it is a high time that we have to recharge the groundwater. Otherwise, we are going to face a critical situation where we will be facing a serious issue of potable water. So we have already a KML map which is prepared by the groundwater department for each of the districts. Based on the KML map, we know the fault zones, we know the individual zones which is there. So based upon that, we categorized the FIRCAs and prepared the interventions as such. One is new recharge structures, rejuvenations using check dams, percolation ponds, trenches, sock pits, gully plug, recharge well and all, and even massive root water harvesting, rainwater harvesting structures in public as well as in the private buildings. And we wanted to rejuvenate the existing water bodies by desilting and eviction of encroachments. Recharge of the open wells and bore wells also we wanted to recharge. And then we wanted rotation of the crops, and we wanted to ensure that less water consuming crops were being used. We wanted to encourage farmers to construct farm ponds, not just in the public properties, whereas in the private properties also, we wanted farmers to construct farm ponds, and we also intended to increase the MI area or the micro irrigation area, so that the utilization of the water for the agriculture would be less. And we wanted especially the youth and the children to be involved in the campaign for community water-based resource management system. So the departments, we roped in all these departments. Water Resource Department was made a part. RD, Rural Development and Panchayati Raj was made a part of it. Municipal Administration Department was made a part. Agriculture Department, Environment, Forest Department, and Public Work Departments were roped in for ensuring rainwater harvesting structures in all the government buildings or the public buildings. So this is, overall water level report. So if you can see, from January 2020 and all, we had an average level of 22.6 meters below the ground. In June 2020, we had nearly 30 meters depth. Whereas we started our interventions in towards 2022, June, July is the time we have actually started the interventions. From there, we have had a sharp actually increase in the groundwater level. November 2022 data, we have 6.2 meters groundwater level, which is an effective increase and which is shown as an effective improvement for the interventions which is done in the district. So this is the overall water level, which we are showing how the water level has risen. From 30-meter level, we have now reached to a stage of a 6.2 meter water level in the district. So, this is how we made the classifications. We wanted to show how it has improved. 4 of the FIRCAs are taken as an example. Groundwater extraction in 2020 and 2022 is seen, shown as a comparison. The FIRCAs which has been in the semi-critical category, we have converted it into safe category. Overexploited FIRCAs in 2022, 2 FIRCAs we have brought it to a critical category. So considerable improvement in the FIRCAs from by classification of the category of overexploitation and water extraction itself has happened when compared to the year 2020 and 2022. So this is how we have prepared a hydrographical map also from the 4 FIRCAs which we have done. This is for Manikyambalayam, one FIRCA in Namakkal, where the water level has improved by 9.8 meters. Nalipalayam FIRCA in Namakkal, water level has improved by 6.4 meters. Palapatti FIRCA in Namakkal, it has improved by 2.3 meters. Tirchangod FIRCA in Namakkal, it has improved by 4.06 meters. So this is one type of, example of an recharge structure that has been done in Karai-Pottanur sub-basin. So what we done is, we took the hydraulic parameters, like what is the registered IACAT area of this. So how much capacity of water tank is there? What is the, category of the current exploitation? So it was overexploited, category. So in this, we calculated like what is the type of the soil, what is the type of the rocks that is present over there. What we wanted to build, how many tanks for the purpose. So the expenditure, how much we were done. We formulated the well details. So based upon this, we wanted the recharge structures to be made, and we made the recharge from when a big recharge well was constructed in the same Karai-Pottanur basin. And from this is the output of it. In the farmer's opinion itself, in the nearby area, 65 wells had a recharge, and IACAT was increased. The area of IACAT was increased by 9.5 acres. They also noted an improvement, considerable improvement in the crop yield as a result of it. So these are the photos of execution and after execution. And by constructing this, what we noted that, just this well itself, one village and 1,750 people were, benefited. IACAT was increased by 9.5, and average water level in the area improved by 5 meters. This is another example of, TNIM project in the Tirumani-Muttar sub-basin. Same like this, we constructed a big recharge well, single recharge well. This is the biggest recharge wells that have been constructed in the district. For this registered IACAT area was 65 acres. IACAT being improved by 11 acres by the construction of this recharge well. The cost of this project was 169 lakhs for this project. We calculated the average rainfall of this area using the rain gauge which is present in the adjoining station, and considered what is the type of the soil that is present, what is the fracture type that is present, green structure or whatever it is. So what are the type of the constructions that is needed. And we improved, we noticed that there was an improved recharge in 33 wells in the nearby area. Drinking water supply was increased. IACAT improved by 11 acres, and crop improvement was also noted. So by this project alone, a single village and 405 people were benefited. So, in the artificial recharge structures, we constructed this many structures in the year 2022 alone. Individual farm ponds of 685 numbers were constructed. Community farm ponds of 530 numbers were constructed. Recharge shaft of 130 numbers were constructed. Check dams of 105 was constructed. Trench cutting was done in 84 areas. Water body rejuvenation was done in 81 areas. New farm ponds were constructed in 72 locations. Rejuvenation of the tanks was done in 43 numbers of works. So total water conservation works, as we see in the district, which was taken up in the year 2022, is 2,679 works were taken up. 1,377.47 kilometers of drains, channel, stream, and drainage was cleaned and protected. 49 number of tanks has been rehabilitated. 5,114 reuse and recharge structures has been constructed. 2,24,085 rooftop rainwater harvesting structures were, constructed. This included, one typical feature of this is we promoted rainwater harvesting structures in almost all the private buildings which was getting constructed, and ensured that building plan, final approval, and door numbers were given to the buildings only once the roof water, rainwater harvesting structures were also constructed along with the construction of the buildings. But these had a good feedback from people. People also participated in actually, large numbers in this project. Then, roof water, rainwater, harvesting structures, what we have done, 2,24,085. And along with that, we had constructed rainwater storage sums also. That is 1,08,026 numbers. So, we have, compared to 2021 alone, we have seen an increase of 8.85 meter of groundwater table improvement when compared to March 2021 and March 2022. So the project, along with this, we did a project of mass tree plantation in the district. We named it Pashmai Namakal. That's Green Namakal in Tamil. So we wanted a target of 10 lakh plantations. By December 2022 itself, we had achieved 9,68,092 plantations were absorbed, has been planted. And this has improved our tree cover, and it also has helped us to, improve soil erosion, increase fertility. So, various activities, what we have noted is 4 firkas have considerably improved from the groundwater category. Even in all the other critical, semi-critical and other zones, groundwater availability has been much, much better improved compared to the previous years. So, all this efforts has been a concerted effort through all the departments. We have done mass IEC activities for the same. And after that, FIRCA level plans were made. The FIRCA level plan was made with the help of KML map, which was provided to us by the groundwater department. And with this efforts and with the placement of KML efforts, we attribute our success to the proper placement of the groundwater recharge structures, because whichever structures we have constructed, like CC check dams or the new farm ponds, whichever is constructed, we made sure that we are comparing those data with the KML map, which is available in the district, so that the proper fault lines are being selected for the construction of all the groundwater recharge structures in the district. So, rainwater harvesting and artificial recharge structures is taken up in the village panchayat plan itself now. So we have village panchayat level mapping. And in the Jal Jeevan mission also, we have been, the last year we were congratulated in the high achiever category for JGM this thing. And the same water project, water conservation award has been even recommended from the state level to the Prime Minister Award for the year 2022-23. And this award has also gone for the, JEL awards for the year 2022-21-22 from the district of Namakkal.
Jury members.
Ma'am, thank you very much. Very good project. In fact, one of the traditional method of water conservation is regenerating old water bodies. You have revived them, 81 out of them.
Yes.
So sometimes there is public resistance also, because unauthorized construction is there, and it is very difficult to evacuate them.
No, we used to do monthly, reviews of encroachment evictions. This was a massive effort that was taken up. Nearly already, if I say, like, every month we set a target for every taluks. We have 8 taluks in the district. We set a monthly, target for the taluks. Actually, we have even evicted temples also. That's very sentimental thing. When corresponding to Tamil Nadu, high resistance was there even to remove the temples. But in case of encroachment eviction, we have evicted even temples also, which were present in the water bodies. Houses were brought down. In a particular area, nearly 34 houses were raised down in a particular water body. So, this concerted effort, along with encroachment eviction only, has helped us there. Moreover than that, what we've done is, this time we have GPS mapped all our water bodies. So it's like, all the water bodies are getting GPS tagged. We know the boundaries of the water bodies now. It's not like you lay the boundary stone at one time, then once you go after some time, you don't see the boundary stones. So this also
thank you very much. In fact, it is a very difficult job, and I am very happy that you have revived them, 81 of them. Excellent work, ma'am. Excellent work. All the appreciation.
Thank you.
The results are extraordinary.
Yes, ma'am. We have seen 4 firkas improving in groundwater levels. And nearly 30-meter improvement from the year 2020 to 22 was eye-opening for us all, because we all were seeing that, after a few years down, all the houses will have to depend upon potable water for only, the tankers bringing the water to you. So that is when we started. Even the kids started, involving in them. Schools we planted, made the plantations. CEO was given a target. So Chief Education Officer had to ensure that all the kids were given plantations and they are taking it.
they, I mean, went and did the IEC activities in their houses. So it was a concerted effect, actually.
And that is what only makes progress.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
One person or one department cannot do it.
Yes, ma'am, correct.
It's a mindset change.
Yes, ma'am, correct.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I am Sunil. Good evening, everybody. I am Sunil, the Regional Manager, Apiculture, Horticulture, Government of Kerala undertaking. Sir, this is the development of fruit-infused honey, design and development of honey dryers, mobile honey and fruit processing unit. Sir, as aware, honey is a sweet viscous yellowish brown fluid made by honeybees from nectar collected from flowers. 75% of the sugar in honey is monosaccharides, that is digested sugars. Enzymes are the most important part of the honey as they are added during the inversion of the nectar into honey. That's the major digestive enzymes are invertase, diastase, and glucose oxidase. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, iron, phosphorus, copper, and zinc are the major minerals present in honey. These all minerals are good for human body also. It's vitamin A, vitamin B complex, vitamin C, and vitamin C and vitamin D are the essential vitamins that's required for human body is available in honey also. Protein and amino acids found in small quantities in honey. Here the major properties of honey, that is very, very important in the honey, in the case of honey, the hygroscopicity of honey. Due to the presence of the high monosaccharides, that is high moisture absorption capacity of honey. That is a major point that is in this case, in this infusion technology. The antibacterial activity of honey. Honey is known for its antibacterial property due to the acidity, hyperosmotic property, and the evolution of hydrogen peroxide by the glucose oxidase, a digestive enzyme. This is from honeybee's abdomen. The infusion technology. A ripened fruit is treated with honey or immersed in honey in a specified ratio using honey dryer that developed by horticulture. And honey solution, that infused solution obtained from the honey dryer is converted into fruit infused honey by the help of a mobile honey and fruit processing unit that is also developed by us. Fruit infusion technology. The ripened sliced fruit is treated with honey or immersed in honey in a specified ratio using honey dryer. The moisture content present in the fruit is transferred to raw honey due to the hygroscopic property of honey. Thus, the honey got diluted and tends to ferment. In order to avoid the fermentation, the diluted honey is filtered and converted into infused honey by the help of a mobile honey and fruit processing unit, a moisture reduction unit along with. A diluted honey thus becomes a thick fruit flavored and fruit tasted honey having a less than 20% moisture content. This process is repeated every 24 hours for 3 to 4 days. The filtered honey dried fruit product is immersed in a particular fruit infused honey for 1 month or till packing. In order to avoid the peripheral wetness, we can expose the honey dried fruit in sunlight or hot air oven for 3 to 4 hours. This is the honey dryer developed by us. Honey dryer is a unique equipment developed by Horticorp for drying fruits and vegetables and spices. The technology behind the honey dryer is dehydrating the input by employing the hygroscopicity of honey. The major advantage of this process is to preserve the natural nutritional and characteristic properties of inputs, that is fruits or any vegetable, anything. The honey dryer is a cylindrical shaped equipment made up of stainless steel 304, that is specification. The main part of the honey dryer is the infusion chamber, gear pump, and perforated trays for placing the honey, placing the fruit. This is a honey dryer that developed by us. Sir, this is the honey dryer, the line diagram of the honey dryer. So, this is the line diagram of honey. We are placing the perforated, placing the fruit slices on the perforated sheet like way. And after the honey is transferred to the infusion chamber. After 2 hours, due to the hygroscopicity of honey, the moisture content in the fruit is transferred to honey and the honey become diluted. The diluted portion will come on the top portion, the diluted honey, and the bottom portion there is a viscous honey. In order to mix these two, a honey pump is used for mixing these two liquid, but to attain the uniformity of the liquid. Next, the diluted fruit infused liquid obtained from the honey there is transferred to a honey mobile honey and fruit processing unit. The unique system developed by us for dehydrating the diluted fruit infused honey. The diluted fruit infused honey being sensitive in its natural flavor, color, and taste is lost if it is exposed in atmosphere after receiving from the honey dryer. Moreover, the sugar-tolerant phosphophilic yeast present in the solution leads to the fermentation under favorable condition. The processing of fruit-infused honey is necessary to prevent the fermentation. This unit consists of mainly inlet tank with a strainer and a stirrer, capacity 200 kg. Transfer pump of capacity 1 HP gear pump. Disc type filter unit with 40 to 50 micron filters. Falling film evaporation unit with a vacuum pump capacity 1 HP. Vacuum chamber is there. Condensation unit to convert the moisture into water. Settling tank for capacity 200. These are the parts of the mobile honey fruit processing unit. This is inlet tank. This is the filter unit. This is a gear pump. There is a film evaporation unit. This is the condensation unit, and this is the settling tank. And this is the line diagram for the honey and fruit processing plant with the moisture reduction unit. This is the diluted fruit honey is transferred to the inlet tank. By the help of a gear pump, the diluted liquid is filtered with a filter with a mesh 40 to 50 mesh. And this liquid is transferred to a vacuum chamber. Inside that, the entire system is under vacuum condition, and the temperature of the vacuum chamber is 55 to 60 degrees. On that time, in the vacuum condition, the moisture content in the diluted liquid is transferred to a vapor, and this is transferred to a condensation unit, and it will come water. And the viscous honey, that is approximately 19 to 20% of moisture content honey is obtained in this tank, and this is transferred to the settling tank. Sir, next, a jackfruit is a very easily available fruit in Kerala. A jackfruit is sliced, the ripened sliced jackfruit is immersed in honey in a honey dryer and converted into, like this way, converted into jackfruit infused honey, as well as another product, another product is obtained from that process, that is honey dried jackfruit. And pineapple is also there. Pineapple is same way we can we can derive pineapple infused honey as well as honey dried pineapple. Rambutan is another fruit in Kerala. Rambutan also infused with honey. There is 2 products, rambutan infused honey, same time honey dried rambutan. And strawberry is also there. Strawberry also in Kerala, in Munnar area, that is in Idukki district. That is also converted into strawberry infused honey, same time honey dried strawberry. 2 products are there. And another for the ginger infused honey. Ginger, we know ginger is a very much importance in the diet. Same time our home remedies for abdomen disorder, ginger is very essential, and same time the throat infection, ginger is very good. Sliced ginger is infused in honey, and the infused honey is obtained from the honey dryer, is converted into ginger infused honey. And same time garlic also is a home remedial thing. that we can introduce this garlic in honey, and infused honey can be prepared from this garlic infused honey. Amla is in all over India. Amla is a very good food for human being, because in every 100 grams of amla consists of 400 micrograms of vitamin C. That is highly essential for our human body to increase our resistive power against the virus and bacterial diseases. So infusing the amla infused honey, there is a problem. The water content of amla is very less. This is smaller, very less. Therefore, the raw amla is treated with honey or immersed in honey for 45 days in a honey dryer, and solution is obtained from the process is converted into amla infused honey by reducing the moisture content with the help of a mobile honey and the fruit processing machine developed by us. These are the products. And next, uniqueness. What are the uniqueness in this process? This is a unique method to preserve the fruits without damaging the natural properties and nutritional values. That is first one. Second one, this is a green technology to preserve the almost by natural.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. I request you to please conclude now.
Okay. There is no effluence or wastage or rejections. The process has added advantage that is not power intensive. The highlights of that is the natural value of the fruit will kept intact, unlike the all drying process. So overcoming challenges. Sir, fruits and honey is a seasonal. Improved packing technology and modified atmospheric packing is essential. Awareness of the general public for the natural products. Rapid crystallization due to the low moisture climate. Excellence. Varieties of the honey-based value-added product can be derived. Seasonal fruits can be enjoyed almost all along the year. Here there is no preservatives, no added sugars, no flavoring compounds. Replacement of artificially preserved fruits and other value-added products only and in the market. This process has no negative impact as in the case of other food processing method. There is no thermal process, so the vitamins and other precious ingredients present in the fruits will be protected and be preserved as such. So scalability and replicability. This can be replicated to almost all fruits available in India. Easily replicated to the apiculture sector. Easily replicated to the horticulture sector also. Sir, okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is a very interesting project, and well, quite useful, both tastier as well as nutritious. Thank you very much. I have no specific questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good project. You have used the diffusion property in chemistry to infuse the property of amla and others.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Very good project.
Okay, sir. Thank you.